Kia ora guys and welcome back to the Black Jersey. My name is Max, I'm the host over here at this channel, and a massive thank you as per normal to my patrons. The worst kept secret in world rugby has finally been unveiled to us. There were whispers going around for a long time about Andy Farrell being the next head coach of the British and Irish Lions after Warren Gatland revealed that he would not be the head coach for the Lions on a fourth tour. Farrell is, well, simply put, the best man for the job. This video, it's me sharing my thoughts on the fact that Farrell has been confirmed, and I have a lot of very good, positive things to say about this, and also a lot of questions to ask because, well, it gets the hype going. The timing of this announcement as well, it's perfect. The thing is, with the 2023 Rugby World Cup, it was very emotionally draining for the fans. A lot of people I know just took a break from watching rugby after the tournament. It was very taxing, very intensive, and as a Kiwi getting up early all the time, it was just like, right, I need to detach myself from rugby for a wee bit. And with this announcement here being on the 12th of January New Zealand time, this is really starting to build the hype for the Six Nations. The Six Nations is less than a month away. We've been hearing the stories of guys like Ollie Smith and Mac Hansen getting ruled out, but this is a huge boost, a huge big deal of marketing to promote the tournament right before it starts. The fact that Farrell has been announced right before this tournament, it's going to have extra eyes getting in there. It's going to have players even potentially saying to themselves, you know what, I want to treat both Six Nations as an audition to go on that Lions tour to Australia in 1 year. The thing is about this as well, with the Wallabies yet to even announce their own replacement for Eddie Jones, the Lions already have a huge advantage going into this, especially because, well, simply put, Andy Farrell was the perfect person for the job. Farrell had played for England in both Rugby League and Rugby Union, having attended the 2007 World Cup himself as a player. In the 2013 British and Irish Lions tour, he was then the defence coach. He was the defence coach again in 2017, probably the best Lions tour ever since like the professional era started. That was a 1-1 draw against the All Blacks, but it was so innovative, had the greatest Lions type 5 forwards of all time, had the blitz defence, had his son Owen combining with Johnny Sexton from 12, Sexton at 10, and with something like that in his repertoire, Andy Farrell had a really good advantage getting himself the job as the Irish head coach, having been their assistant for the 2019 Rugby World Cup. Farrell, as the head coach of the Irish, he has had a win percentage above 80. As you guys can see, the win percentage of every single Tier 1 nation's head coach since the 2020s, the decade started. Andy Farrell, far above a lot of the other guys in the running, has just done such a good job. He was also the winner of World Rugby's Coach of the Year for 2023, and he took Ireland's to their longest ever winning streak. But the key thing about Farrell to me as well is that the fact that he's played for England but he's coached Ireland, it means he's potentially not going to be as biased towards particular nations as other coaches could be. Steve Borthwick both captains the English and is their coach now, so he would definitely be doing a lot of favours for the English. Gregor Townsend played 80 or so tests for Scotland and is their head coach now, has been ever since 2017, whereas Andy Farrell has a very strong connection through ancestry and through birth to 2 of the 4 nations who will be going on this tour. I'm assuming that Gregor Townsend is going to get confirmed as one of the guys in the support staff and as an assistant coach or something, because Farrell did meet Gregor Townsend on a day off at the Rugby World Cup, so I'm looking forward to that. The thing about this is, though, the Welsh, the Scottish players, they shouldn't feel too deterred, because the fact that Farrell's going to be looking at both the Irish and the English just as well as the other, it gives everyone a really good chance. The biggest thing I want to say that's now coming to the forefront, though, is this. If Owen Farrell himself does sign to play for Racing 92 in France and get some of the coin from overseas, well, he could potentially still be eligible for the British and Irish Lions. We saw this with Sam Simmons in 2021. Warren Gatland wanted to have a single man pod playing in the number 8 channel out wide, cleaning the rucks in wide channels and offering a bit more power at the edge of that wing, making guys like Jack Conan totally interchangeable with Duhan van der Merwe as the number 11. Sam Simmons, though, had not played for England since 2019, so this was huge. We could absolutely see this coming again with Owen Farrell himself. The thing is, though, will Owen necessarily be captain for his father Andy's team? There are two particular players who are really going to have a good shout now. There's a bit of a whisper going around that Peter O'Mahony might not retire from Test rugby. He might want to captain the Irish going forward, prolong his international career. If O'Mahony is still active, if he has got the form, I guess, to still make the Lions tour, there's a possibility he could captain them again. Let's not forget Peter O'Mahony was the captain for the British and Irish Lions at Eden Park against the All Blacks in 2017 as Sam Warburton came off the bench for the first test, then started in the number 6 jersey for second and third of the 3 tests, playing his final ever match as a professional athlete. If Peter O'Mahony, though, isn't captain, I have a strong feeling that James Ryan will instead be the captain of the Irish. If James Ryan is the captain for the Irish, I do believe he is going to be the captain for the British and Irish Lions. Well, Andy Farrell has a lot of the changing of the point of focus, the point of attention. He always wants to change the attention of the ball, just constantly have the opposing defenses just guessing, looking, with so many moving pieces to his puzzle. On the chessboard, he does have James Ryan as this one guy to just do everything dirty up in the tight spaces. James Ryan always cleaning those rucks, always making those robust tackles, guarding the fringes of the breakdown. Having one player to do the dirty side of things, which is James Ryan, it does make things a bit more easy for the other guys because there's one fewer player who's going to crowd the space and, I guess, insert himself where it's not necessary into an attack plan. James Ryan, knowing such a system, if Farrell wants to keep it, would be an ideal player to start in the locking jerseys because, well, Ryan's used to it. And Ryan, as the co-captain of Leinster right now, could be in with a serious shout to captain the British and Irish Lions. Jack Morgan will definitely throw his hat in the ring as well, while I'm also sure Jamie Ritchie will definitely want to give this a go himself. It's really starting to heat up right now. Guys like Alice Genge could also throw their name in the ring. All of the talk is going to start. So Andy Farrell, who the heck is he going to select in his squad? This is going to get so interesting when we find out in 1 year before they head off to Australia. And well, the Rugby Australia board, the Rugby Australia chairman, the Rugby Australia CEO, all of these personnel will really be starting to shake in their boots and realizing they have to get this next call for the coach correct. They have to nail on the perfect person to be the head coach of the Wallabies. Things have not looked good for Australia in a long time. They've been on a steady downfall ever since they got humiliated quite badly in the final of the 2015 Rugby World Cup, especially with off-field issues in 2019 and Hamish McLennan making, I guess, a few rash decisions towards the end of his tenure. Rugby Australia do have some serious decisions to make because this is a Lions unit that is organised, prepared, and wants to do its best. Australia, they have to respond by treating this as a last chance scenario because Andy Farrell has achieved so much as an assistant coach, as a player, and as a head coach. He absolutely deserves to be the head coach of the British and Irish Lions for 2025 and their tour to Australia, starting in Dublin, heading to Perth, and concluding in Sydney, I believe. I've just got the fixtures up here for those who are wanting to collect their tickets because as a Kiwi, with Australia only being a 3-hour flight away from where I live, it is going to be very, very tempting for me to save that money and head over across the Tasman Sea to see this Lions tour and to give Andy Farrell a good old handshake and saying, Andy, thank you for being an amazing ambassador for our sport. That is what he is. That is why he is the coach. And that is why I fully approve of this decision. Thank you so much for watching the video as well, guys. Do remember to subscribe and leave a comment down below sharing your thoughts on Andy Farrell as the head coach. About time this news got confirmed. We all knew it was coming, and I'll see you later on the next video. Cheers from Max.